How did a war last for 20 years? The Afghan War caused an estimated 240,000 deaths and involved the United States and Afghanistan. The US invaded Afghanistan after 9/11, making it America's longest war before the Taliban returned to power in 2021. Can you believe a revolution changed Mexico forever? The Mexican Revolution caused an estimated 1 to 2 million deaths as rebels fought against the dictatorship of Porfirio Diaz. Famous leaders like Pancho Villa became symbols of the struggle, transforming Mexico's political and social landscape. Can you believe these wars lasted nearly 200 years? The Crusades began in 1095 and continued until 1291, causing an estimated 3 million deaths. They involved European Christian forces and Muslim powers, with Jerusalem at the heart of the conflict for centuries. Their legacy deeply shaped European and Middle Eastern history. How did a war end with just 100 hours of ground combat? The Gulf War caused an estimated 100,000 deaths and involved a 35-nation coalition. After Iraq invaded Kuwait, the US-led coalition launched a military response, ending the ground campaign in just 100 hours. Can you believe this brutal war lasted 8 years with no clear winner? The Iran-Iraq War caused around 1 million deaths and began when Saddam Hussein's Iraq invaded Iran in 1980. Chemical weapons were used during the conflict, which ended in 1988 without a decisive victor. How did a war between England and France last for over a century? The Hundred Years' War lasted 116 years and caused an estimated 3.5 million deaths. Famous figures like Joan of Arc became symbols of the conflict, which ultimately ended with France defeating England. How did a civil war reshape China forever? The Chinese Civil War lasted from 1927 to 1949 and caused an estimated 8 million deaths. It was fought between communists and nationalists, with Mao Zedong's communist forces winning and the nationalists retreating to Taiwan. How did a war end without a peace treaty? The Korean War lasted from 1950 to 1953 and caused an estimated 3 million deaths. North Korea and South Korea fought, with major involvement from the US, and the conflict ended with an armistice, not a formal peace treaty. How did the Vietnam War become one of America's most controversial wars? The conflict lasted 20 years and caused an estimated 3.5 million deaths. The US fought alongside South Vietnam against communist North Vietnam, with the last US troops leaving in 1973. The war ended in 1975 with North Vietnam's victory. Was this actually the First World War? The 7 Years' War caused an estimated 1.4 million deaths and spread across 5 continents. Britain fought France and their allies, while the conflict reshaped colonial empires and global power. How did one conflict divide the United States? The American Civil War caused an estimated 620,000 to 750,000 deaths as the North fought the South. Slavery was a central cause of the conflict, and Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation helped pave the way toward its abolition in 1865. How did Napoleon challenge almost all of Europe? The Napoleonic Wars caused an estimated 3.5 to 6 million deaths and spread across Europe and beyond. Led by Napoleon Bonaparte, France fought shifting coalitions of European powers before Napoleon's defeat at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. How did a religious conflict devastate much of Europe? The 30 Years' War caused an estimated 8 million deaths and devastated Central Europe. It began largely as a Catholic-Protestant conflict before expanding into a wider political struggle, ultimately reshaping the map of Europe. How did Russia's revolution lead to years of brutal civil war? The Russian Civil War caused an estimated 5 to 9 million deaths as the Reds fought the Whites and other opposing forces. It followed the 1917 revolution and ultimately helped lead to the rise of the Soviet Union. Why was this conflict called Africa's World War? The Second Congo War involved 9 African nations and caused an estimated 5.4 million deaths, making it one of the deadliest conflicts of the modern era. Most deaths resulted from disease, starvation, and displacement rather than direct combat. Can you believe a rebellion caused up to 30 million deaths? The Taiping Rebellion caused an estimated 20 to 30 million deaths, making it one of the deadliest civil conflicts in history. It was led by Hong Xiuquan, who claimed to be the younger brother of Jesus and challenged the Qing dynasty in China. How did a rebellion become one of history's deadliest conflicts? The Anlushan Rebellion lasted 8 years and is sometimes estimated to have caused up to 36 million deaths, though historical estimates are highly uncertain. It was a devastating Tang Dynasty civil war in China and remains relatively little known outside the country. How did the Mongols reshape an entire continent? The Mongol Conquests caused an estimated 40 million deaths across Asia and Europe. Led initially by Genghis Khan, the conquests destroyed cities and states on a massive scale and are sometimes estimated to have reduced the world's population by around 10%. How did one assassination trigger a global war? The First World War caused an estimated 20 million deaths and involved 30-plus countries. Sparked by the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, it became infamous for trench warfare and was known as the Great War. How did this become the deadliest war in human history? World War II caused an estimated 70 to 85 million deaths and involved 30-plus countries. It began with Nazi Germany's invasion of Poland and ended in 1945 after Japan surrendered following the atomic bombings.